Good morning, everyone. For the 1st of December, I'm going to be sharing my album from last year's Journal Your Christmas. I was very excited that I was able to actually get it finished, even though I only just finished a couple of days ago. I painted the cover with a cream-colored paint and edged the chipboard with a gold marker. I layered up some embellishments, some enamel dots, gold sequins, gold foil heart, and I die cut the number 25 and layered it on top of a doily. And now on the inside I didn't do anything special to the cover, but I was able to get pages for the first 25 days of December, so I was really excited about that. This is my opening page, and it has various die cuts from Crate Paper, October Afternoon. Heidi Swap had some free printables a year or two ago that I printed out, and I made a fun little shaker pocket with gold sequins. For day 2, I did a page about the first signs, and I had a little Santa Claus and some other little die cuts from an October Afternoon pack that I layered up with some gold sequins and some crochet ribbon, and the number 2 out of a fun red houndstooth print, and that was from Pretty Little Studios. The background cardstock with the gold stars is from Studio Calico. On day 3, I did a page about party planning, and I just printed out a screenshot of my Pinterest board for the ugly sweater party that I was planning. For day 4, I had kind of a long story about a lesson in giving that I learned as a small child, so I did the front and back of a page for that, and the back page, since it didn't have as much writing, I layered up some embellishments, number 4 for day 4, and a little ticket, little heart, and that was from Dear Lizzie's Fifth and Frolic line, I believe. Santa Claus die cut from Pretty Little Studios. Day 5, I just took our Christmas card for the year and I punched holes in it to put it in the album. Put a little tab on it with the number 5, and that glittery number 5 was from Making Memories from several years ago. And I did a little journaling on the back as well. For day 6, I had a fun little divided page, just talking about unwinding after a trip in December. For day 7, this was my niece's birthday, so this page got a little bit more attention. We had some pictures. I did a little embellishing, added in the invitation card that we got, and a photo on the back of that as well. I did a picture of her at her first birthday party and did the journaling on a separate page. For day 8, it was just a focus on the Christmas tree, so I took a picture of my Christmas tree last year and printed it out in a large size. Added one of those fun little numbers from Pretty Little Studios, and this was actually part of a strip on the bottom, a branding strip from a Studio Calico paper. It was the Magic collection, and I just cut it out and added it to my picture. For day 9, I added a recipe that I wanted to try for baklava. I love baklava and I can't resist it when it comes to the store, but I've never made it myself, so we'll see. Maybe I'll get to it this year. For day 10, it's about wish lists, and I have the wish list saved to my computer. I just have to print out the screenshots. My kids text me pictures and wish lists now. For day 11, I wrapped up the page and wrote a little note about it. I kind of smudged the gold ink, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about perfection. For day 12, it was about a friend of mine that really has the Christmas spirit, and I wrote a little note about her and what I wanted to remember about that. I also added in the thank you note that I received for helping out with the birthday party. And we had a prompt about a white Christmas, and since I live in Tennessee, we don't get too many white Christmases, so I wouldn't have pictures of that, but I just made a little vellum sheet and put white Christmas on it and some punched snowflakes, and just made a pretty little divider for my mini album. For the 14th, my son got to go to a Titans game, so it was a lot of fun for him, and I made that day and that page all about that. Added in their tickets and some memorabilia that they got and a couple of pictures as well. For the next day, day 15, I showed a picture of my fireplace and did a little bit of journaling about decking the halls. For day 16, I wrote about one of my favorite holiday movies, and I think I might print out a little movie poster and add it in right here, but I told the story about how that was my first favorite movie. I've always loved It's a Wonderful Life. For the next day, I did a still to-do list, hand wrote it out with a gold ink pen, I believe it was a gel pen, embellished a little bit, some gold glitter tape. For the next day, it was musical at their school, so I added in the program, and I added a pocket page. I'm going to get some pictures printed and added into that. I actually just finished working on those and added my sticker from visiting the school. For day 18, I also had a written copy of my menu. Since I'm having family over or entertaining last year, I made sure I made a menu of what I wanted to cook. For day 19, I just did a little bit of journaling, tucked it in the pocket about my kids' first year not believing in Santa Claus and us not doing Santa Claus presents. It was kind of bittersweet. I know they have to grow up, but it was still kind of sad not to do it. For the next page, I did a little bit about how I always have these grand ideas for gift giving and handmade gifts, and they don't always happen, but it's still fun to dream about it. And I just made some fun little presents. A couple of them were stickers, and one was just a little scrap of patterned paper that I tied a piece of twine around. For the 21st, I am just going to add some pictures in about a dose of reality and what my house looked like on the 21st, and trust me, it was chaos. For the next page, I just did a little reflecting and thankfulness, what I had to be thankful for on that day. And for the 23rd and 24th, I wrote a little bit about our Christmas Eve traditions and things that we did right before Christmas. And then for Christmas Eve itself, I printed out several pictures of things that we did and what our house looked like on Christmas Eve. Then I have my photos from the 25th. Fun with the kids and the family, and did a lot of journaling about that. And I still have some pages in the end if I want to alter them, add any more to my Christmas story. It's always open. Thank you for looking. I hope you'll join in with me and make a Christmas journal this year. I'm really excited to get started and plan to start today. Thanks for watching. Be sure to visit my blog at scrapandmargie.blogspot.com.